So hi, we're Bonza, and we believe that Bonza will be the most effective way for businesses to increase their lifetime value of their new and existing customers. In 2011, Northwest Airlines in America saved $500,000 just by cutting their lines into 16 pieces rather than 10. And so we're taking this concept to small to medium appointment-based businesses. For example, if everyone went to the hairdresser a week earlier than they actually do, then that would immediately add $2 billion to the hairdressing industry in Australia alone. And that's only one thing that we're doing for businesses, and it's actually only 10% of our target market. And it's not just for wellness. It's a total game changer. So our customers have confirmed that there are three main issues that are facing their businesses. So firstly, appointment booking issues, such as last-minute cancellations and also keeping people on schedule. There's also sole traders missing bookings because they're working. And of course, the crippling costs of fees, staff, and of course, advertising. So this is part of the reason why 74% of small businesses in New South Wales don't go past the 5-year mark. And the stats are rising, and it's getting worse and worse, and that's why we have to act now. So we've created a business efficiency solution to combat these issues, to increase revenue, reduce costs, and of course, make the customers happy. So this is what the app looks like. There's a sign-in page on the left. In the middle, there's a vast range of services on the services page, and then of course each business gets their individual business page, which is very user-friendly. The market's enormous, up to over 150 million GP and chiro visits per year, just under $20 billion spent in the fitness, hair and beauty industry per year. And so for the businesses, coming back to that hairdressing example, you know, there's 22,000 hairdressing salons in Australia, and if they share the $2 billion that we increase the revenue, then that means 91,000 on average in their back pocket. And for the consumers, they get to book anywhere, anytime, they get notifications for deals and reminders, it syncs with their calendar, and it's free. So for us, for Bonza, we get on average about $1,640 per year per business, and it increases our vision of enhancing people's wellbeing worldwide. So I'm Alison Bennett, one of the co-founders and the Director of Customer Experience. I have 17 years of experience in the health industry. I'm a chiropractor, and yes, I am that old. And that makes me well versed in problems with appointment-based businesses and of course the practitioners.
Thank you, Alison. And I'm Sally Bennett, I'm Director of Development. I have a Master in International Business with Merit from this uni and a background in global telco software. We have a fantastic team of 2 business development managers with vast experience in this space, as well as an app developer with over 20 years experience. Even with a game changer like this, there's always other options, but we found they're either outdated, they have higher commissions, they're restrictive in their use, or they're very niche. So there really is nothing like this out on the market. How are we making this viable? Well, firstly, with the subscriptions, the businesses will be paying. It's easily justifiable against their ROI, or return on investment. When there's the payment gateway, there will be a small commission, and we're targeting businesses first. It's very hard to start a two-sided marketplace, but we found the way to do this is through targeting the businesses first so that we can decrease the consumer acquisition cost and increase the conversion rate, because they'll be brought on board by people they already trust. And at our core is lean commercialisation. We're actually starting regional because we found that regional areas are often neglected by innovative technologies. They're in desperate need for this. And so there's huge demand, and we also have strong ties and credibility within the Central West region. Financially, you'll see that there's only a modest profit in year 1. By year 3 is when we start to see the exponential growth, while still investing heavily in development and customer acquisition. We have our prototype developed. And we're one of only 20% of businesses that have been invited to apply for the MVP grant by New South Wales. We already have over 16 businesses signed up 3 months before the MVP even exists. And we have the support of the Minister for Small Business and Regional Development, which is really helping open doors and accelerate our access to the market. So there really is a genuine need for this disruptive technology. It's designed by our consumers. We're going lean, we're going small, we have a laser focus, and we're making sure that we are validating and testing all the way through. And the nature of Bonza's technology means it's easy and efficient to scale worldwide. This is happening.
Bonza, Aussie for awesome.
Thank you. One of the things I've seen quite a few of is applications or solutions trying to help businesses connect with their customers more effectively. And I think your solution set basically saying to businesses, you need to get all your customers onto one booking system in order to make your bookings much more effective. Given that a lot of people have tried this in the past and failed, what's changed to make it so that you're going to succeed whereas the previous people haven't?
We found that what is popular with our customers is the reminders. So that tends to be rather effective. They like to make sure that people aren't missing their appointments. The problem is that it's missing the increase in sorry, got the word. In increasing the lifetime value of their customer. So they've got a little bit of the technology. We can add this in and yeah, really. So they don't need to get their customers on board. It's just an added feature. But when they'll quickly see that there'll be an increased return on investment by giving them a 1 month free trial. Say, look, try this out. See how much more money you made. Would you like to continue on?
Another thing small businesses and authorities are doing is actually measuring things. Unlike probably everybody here, they don't really understand big data and all the rest of it. So how are you going to help them understand the benefits you've brought to them?
Yeah. Well, part of that is that we're going to do that for them during the 1 month free trial. So we're going to take them from where they are. Some businesses are good with metrics, but a lot of particularly practitioners don't do that, so that's part of it. We're also going to provide regular seminars, value add newsletters and things like that to help them increase their relationship or improve their relationship with their customers all the way through. So an important part, I think, of running any business is also retention. There's always some churn, so we need to make sure that we are supporting our businesses throughout, not here's a sale, goodbye, thank you very much.
How do you sort of onboard a consumer? So I sort of see it from the business perspective, but what about from the consumer's angle? How do you sort of convince the consumer to jump on board this solution?
Incentives. So there'll be incentives in the beginning. So with the first iteration with the MVP or the minimal viable product, the messages will go out via text message because the consumer app won't exist in the first instance, which then is a cost to the business. So when the app exists, the business will be able to send notifications. So we can say, look, you can reduce your cost immediately by being able to send notifications rather than text messages. So that's an incentive for them to encourage their consumers to get on board. We'll provide the marketing materials for that. And then we'll also provide incentives for the consumers to get on board. It might be like at your hairdresser that you already go to, $10 off or $20 off if you use the app.
And what about funding? So what are you guys looking for in terms of funding?
Well, we're planning to get $23,000 from the government. And we've already invested about $15,000 in developing the prototype and a lot of market research and starting the business, and we're planning on getting some money tonight.
Also, once we've done the free trial with the businesses and show that it's a substantial worth to them, then we will offer them a subscription for a much reduced amount compared to how much we have shown that they'll increase. So, and that will start once they're on board.
And once they're on board, then their subscriptions fund the development of the future iterations.
Great presentation, and I'm pleased to hear that you've applied for the MVP. So good luck with that. In terms of the target market and rolling it out, certainly understand why you're going after the regional market for penetration initially, but how are you actually targeting the businesses? Can you talk a little bit about the size of the businesses that you're targeting and what the thresholds are in terms of number of customers that they have versus amount of revenues? You talked at the beginning, companies fail after 5 years, or there's a greater propensity for that. Just talk a little bit about how you're targeting that segment to roll this out. And then just very curious how you came up with $87 per month from a subscription, right?
Okay, so first part of the question was targeting the businesses. So our intentions are probably to do a little bit of legwork and either create some focus groups within the areas of, in the rural areas, to bring them together to educate them about what we're doing, or alternatively through calling businesses to highlight that we can do this for them. Considering, I'm from the Central West, and we do have good relationships with a lot of businesses out there, and I'm quite a high-profile person. I feel that we've got a good start to create better relationships. Then the second part of the question, sorry.
The subscription cost.
Okay, you can answer that.
So we had a look at what people are paying now for less features. So for like with the notifications of appointments and things like that, what they can already use, and as well as taking, for example, the smallest type of business like a sole trader massage therapist who really can't take bookings while they're working. If they would be able to cover the cost of one extra booking per month with that amount.
Sorry, there was a second part to your question about what size of business that we would target. Small to medium enterprises and very much sole traders that do have these difficulties. So really not larger enterprises at this stage. It may be something in future iterations.
Thank you.
Thank you.